Hello guys, Belle here. Going to give you a look at the Blood DK's artifact weapon. A few things to note here in regards to the artifact weapons. If you are not sure what they're all about, there will be no weapon drops in Legion, so artifact weapons are going to be your source of power and are going to be a huge focal point as far as content and unlocking the traits and making them as powerful as they can possibly be. Something to note also, if you don't fancy the look of your artifact weapon for your spec, since it is spec specific, you can transmog it, so have no fear. You can also augment to different types of the weapon, which I'm actually going to show you how you can unlock those with the various things. Now, the base for your artifact weapon is going to be the Maw of the Damned. Obviously, it's a two-handed axe, pretty legit if you ask me. I don't DK, but I do have one, but I'm excited for those of you that main these classes and these specs to be able to see some of these artifact weapons, though I've been through these videos, have been amazing in nature. Now, it's also important to note that there will be a different artifact weapon per spec, and there will be a different set of quest lines that will be in regards to acquiring those different weapons for your different specializations. The good news is they're spec specific, so you're going to have a different quest line. You're not going to have to go through the same regurgitated content to roll your alts to have these weapons. So it's going to be nice throughout the expansion, actually, to have fresh content throughout versus waiting for patches and such. You can always focus on something different, especially those of you that roll multiple alts. Janitor Edwards wanted to make sure that he was in this video, so we'll give him a nice little shout out. So let's step into a few things that are going to be important to note here. To access your UI, to be able to change the appearance of your weapon as well as to purchase traits for your weapon, for your abilities, you will use your Ebonhold Hall, which will be here. And then, of course, you can also, if you're out and about along the Legion country and you want to see what you have here, you can open that up. You won't be able to purchase any traits or make any changes. I apologize for my phone aggroing. You won't be able to make any changes to this in the UI from your character screen or from your character UI, but you can at least see what you have going on in case you need to make reference when you're out in Legion land. So let's get into some of the important matters, shall we? So your level of your weapon is going to come with, it's going to matter on how many traits you've unlocked, how many ranks you've purchased. So that'll mean how high your weapon is. Your weapon is going to grow with you. So its spell power, its abilities, all those things are going to come from you leveling your weapon up with these traits and you leveling personally. It's going to, the item level, that whole nine. You have your relics, which your relics you'll be able to get and find throughout the expansion. You have your blood, your shadow, and your iron. They're different for every spec, and you can actually socket them in here. Those will actually increase your weapon's item level, and they're going to unlock the ranks that you need here, in addition to purchasing these ranks with artifact power. So really, really nice that they've given you ways to customize this and make this more beefy. Now, all of these abilities, with the exception of one, are going to be your passive abilities. These are passive traits. You have your major traits, which are, these are your big bad boys here, and then your minor ones. But you have one on use, which your on use is, this could be, it depends on the spec and depends on the class. This could be an oh shit button. This can be something that is a low cooldown, so it's part of your burst rotation. There could be a lot of reasons that this would be useful, but this specific one for each weapon is pretty powerful in nature. So we'll start right with this one, which is consumption. Now, this is instant, so there's no cast time. It's on a 45-second cooldown. Strike all enemies in front of you with a hungering attack that deals a lot of physical damage. This is almost 300k physical damage and deals and heals you for 200% of that damage. I can imagine this being a super important part of a burst rotation when it comes to PvE and stuff like that. So definitely going to be super, yeah, that's a very, very powerful ability. So you want to make sure that you make use of that and get used to putting that in part of your rotation. Do apologize if the voice is cracking or if I lose my breath. I've been sick, so sometimes it's still, the breathing is still a little difficult for me. So I do apologize if you're having to suffer through that on the audio. Doing the best that I can, but I wanted to get these videos out in a timely manner. So let's move in to your traits and go on and see what we have there. So your Sanguinary Affinity, this goes up to rank 1. So we have the Sanguinary Affinity. This goes up to rank 1. This increases physical damage. You have Vampiric Fangs. This goes up to rank 3. Increases the maximum hit points granted by Vampiric Blood by an additional 15% and increases healing received by an additional 15%. So because this goes up to rank 3, your rank 1, which will be your initial trait unlocking when you purchase it, you could probably bet it's probably about 5% is what it starts off with. Grim Perseverance. This increases your parry chance by 3%. This also goes up to rank 3. Skeletal Shattering. This is rank 1. Each time Bone Shield absorbs damage, it has a chance to critically strike, it has a chance to equal your critical strike chance to absorb an additional 8% of the damage. Coagulopathy, maybe? Don't judge me. Does go up to rank 3, increases damage done by Blood Plague by 24%. Unending Thirst, while this does go up to rank 1, while Blood Shield is active, you gain 50% leech and damage dealt by critical strike is increased by 50%. You have Vein Renderer, increases damage done by Heart Strike by 24%. This also will step into up to rank 3. Then you have Umbilicus Aeternus. This goes up to rank 1. After Vampiric Blood expires, you absorb damage equal to 5 times the damage your Blood Plague dealt during the Vampiric Blood. Your Meat Shield, this also goes up to rank 3. This increases your stamina by 3%. Dance of Darkness is also a rank 3. It does increase the duration of your Dancing Rune weapon by 6 seconds. Your Mouth of Hell, this goes up to rank 1. Dancing Rune weapon summons a second copy of your Maw of the Damned. While Dancing Rune weapon is active, your Morrowind will generate an additional charge of Bone Shield. Your Iron Heart, this goes up to rank 3, increases your armor by 6%, which is pretty nice. All-Consuming Rot, which also goes up to rank 3, increases damage done by Death and Decay by 24%, which is a huge boost once you have that unlocked at rank 3. Your Bone Breaker, this goes up to rank 3 as well, increases damage done by Morrowind by 24%. And then, of course, your Rattling Bones, Morrowind has a 30% chance to generate an additional charge of the Bone Shield. Now, this does just go up to rank 1. Don't forget about Blood Feast. Heart Strike heals you for 25% of the damage it deals. And then, of course, you have your Hungering Maw. The Endless Hunger of the Maw bolsters your life force, increasing your total health by 0.5%. Now, notice the cost of this is an extreme amount of artifact power. What I do appreciate here is they do give you several things to go through as you're going through this content so that you kind of don't get tired of it. So that's a lot of artifact power, a lot of knowledge that you're going to need to equip yourself with in order to be able to unlock that. So that's pretty interesting. They've done this for all the weapons. Each weapon has one that has a lot of artifact power to be able to unlock. So that's a look at your talent breakdown here. Let's go ahead and check out the appearances, shall we? I do apologize. The Reforger here doesn't allow for it to be pretty visible just because of the blue, so you're not going to be able to get a lot of the different colors here. Now, it's important to note that the different visual effects as far as the different stages of your weapon, you're going to have to unlock these via different things. Like for this, there's certain campaigns and quests that you have to do to be able to unlock this. Your Death Knight Hall, unlocking every artifact trait, that'll get the Blood Maw. Your Soul Reaper, this is completing a quest line as well as doing rating and challenge mode stuff to be able to unlock that. And then the final thing here that I wanted to mention is each weapon, they have a special PvP version of that weapon, because obviously the artifact weapon is something you're going to be using for PvP as well. They give for doing prestige, which is going to be the new way here. You'll be able to have that as well, which as a Blood DK, you really probably don't do a whole lot of PvP in that aspect, but the option is there if you want to have it. So I'm just going to go through and we'll look at all the looks and all the colors, and that way you can decide which ones you want to go and achieve first. So the first we have is the original appearance, which you've got your purple version. Your looks to be a little bit of fell green version. I'm waiting for it to come around. I'm sorry, guys. It's really, really slow. Then you have your blue version. Then for your Blood Maw, that's just so you could see the difference. Obviously, it's a lot beefed up with the different versions. The purple looks really nice there. So does that blue, matter of fact. And then you have the Soul Reaper, which literally, if this thing came at me in real life, I would probably pee my pants. That looks really awesome. And this is what you do. You do the new challenge modes. Some of the challenge modes using the level 15 keystone, which is the new way you're going to be gauging the level of difficulty for your challenge modes, which we will cover in another video. And then, of course, your glory to of the Legion hero, which they definitely make you work for it. But the original one, which is complete the questline Balance of Power to get this, isn't too terrible. So to get the original one, it's not that bad. Then, of course, your PvP for prestiging is the Executioner. This thing looks so freaking badass. Like, literally so badass. And then, of course, you have the green. And then the purple. I think this is like a white glow-ish. Wait and see for that to flip back around. So it's pretty awesome. It's still going. And going. I just want you guys to be able to see the skull with the color. But I definitely dig the, I'm definitely happy about what I'm seeing here, for sure. There we go. It's finally bumping back around, and now you get to see. That's more of the whiter glow. And then I'll show the purple since you didn't really get to see it. But pretty legit, guys. Pretty happy with these different sets, the different looks that you can have. I think that's really awesome for the DK, for the blood DK in general. So I hope you guys got all the information you were looking for as far as the artifact weapon. If you main other classes and specs, I will be doing all the artifact weapon videos. I also did a breakdown of the all the different specializations for the spells and talents as current in beta. Current is when I made the videos recently. So make sure you guys go and find the playlist on the channel and check that out as well. If you are new to PWNCAST, make sure you give us a like so you can stay up to date on all the Legion and World of Warcraft news in general. If you're already here watching this video, you might as well hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, tell me I'm doing a good job. If you have any questions or anything you'd like to see as far as Legion coverage goes, please feel free to comment on the video or just comment on the video anyway and open up a dialogue so that we can conversate. I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.